Howdy folks, welcome back to Wasatch Moto Overland. Today I'm going to show you how to build this for your first gen Toyota Sequoia, or the same principle can be applied basically to any system that has a roof rack, something that you can attach to. So stay tuned and we'll show you how to get it done. So what we have here is a piece of 14 gauge steel. This is 3 foot by 3 foot. I got it at the local steel yard, and this was about $50 for this piece. If you're shopping for one, they're about 220 bucks, 250 bucks. So I decided I'm gonna build one myself and make a video on it. So something that's going to make this job much easier is the use of a plasma cutter. And I got this little guy for the job. You would be amazed how cheap this guy was. So I saved the unboxing just for you, because I know that you might be into that kind of thing. But this is called a HeroCut. It can be found on Amazon for literally $150 on Prime. So free shipping and everything. $150. This thing is tiny, and it will cut up to 5/16 inch steel. Here's all the accessories, and it's 110 volts. So you don't have to have like a special plug or anything. Look how small this thing is. It's like a freaking lunchbox. It's so cute. I gotta show this to my wife. She will adore this little machine. Alright, so before we get into the plasma cutting goodness, what we need to do first is we need to build a template. So I used a piece of cardboard that I found and did some rough designing of how I wanted this piece to look. Now this is where your creative juices can be utilized. There's no one saying this has to be a certain way, a certain shape, so you can design it however you want, and that's the beauty of doing this yourself. So I just cut this piece out with a razor knife, and then in a minute you'll see me holding it up against the Sequoia to verify that I like the way it in my mind will look once it's completed. If you want to know more info on these totally awesome gloves, check out my other YouTube channel. Doing a review on these. They can be found at Granger. Check it out. So our first order of business is we're going to mount a plate right here, and we're going to be using some T-bolts or T-nuts and some bolts. So I apologize, but you missed the part building this guy. My GoPro decided it was gonna just act like it was recording, but it actually wasn't. So I'm gonna show you what we did here. I don't know if you saw any of this really, but This is a Harbor Freight suction cup. And normally what it has is 2 of these arms. So what I did was I cut one basically the same level of this. I cut it, and then I attached a piece of aluminum angle iron on, and I self-tapped the suction cup to this piece. Hopefully you can see it. And that allowed me to have a surface to attach to. So now all you do is put it where you want it. About right here. Pull up, and you are completely attached. So the way that these Rotopacks 2-gallon standard ones are, they actually lock, so you can mount them this way, locked with 2 fuel, or 1 water, 1 fuel. Well, I wanted to mount them this way, and it just so happens that when I mount it, get you down here, this arm is right in this little nook, and it will actually keep this from ever being able to move down and lose its suction. Like if you were hitting bumps, it will be hitting this lip. So as long as I put on my suction cup like this first, and then I install the Rotopacks will act as a catch to keep this from moving. So I kind of lucked out. I didn't plan it that way. I was just gonna have this, you know, sitting here at the bottom. I'm gonna paint all of this black, and then this is gonna be covered with the Rotopacks anyways. Right now we are at the stage of putting this piece that I just cut out. Show you where it fits up here. So it's gonna look something like that. Pretty close to it. Alright guys, here's the finished product. I was tempted to make some little holes in here with the awesome plasma cutter, but it's not super heavy, and majority of it's covered with my tanks. But it's pretty cool that I have a little bit of extra room here. If I want to mount something else, I totally could. This is my overlanding shovel. I need to get a mount for this, but that's where it's gonna go, somewhere right here above the fuel tanks. So I just have that set up there so you know what it'll look like. But yeah, these are the 2-gallon Rotopacks, and these are the locking attachment points, and I'll show you how these work. They're super easy to use, but you basically just put a little bit of inward pressure because it's spring loaded, spin it 90 degrees, and then it comes out. Then once you have the key out, rotate it back 45 degrees, and you can take the key out. And then it took me a minute to figure this part out, but this part just spins, allowing you to get past this little lip right here. Just keep spinning until this spins freely with it, and then you can slide your tank out just like that. I'm gonna just rotate this to where we want it, and then you're just gonna rotate this bit until that bottom piece goes all the way down in there, in that groove, and then you can get it as tight as you want it, and it kind of snaps in place. Once you have this piece locked in and your key is out, you'll notice that these move freely. So you just put it in and it snaps in and it's locked. So nobody can mess with them. Same with this. This is just for potable water and then fuel. So that's my mounting system there. And I'm also I have some bolts on order that are a special tamper-proof bolt, so somebody can't easily just come and try to take this bolt out or take this whole thing off. And then I've got two more where I need to slide the T-nuts in behind here, and I'll just use that to secure this, or I might use those two bolts to put my shovel mount and possibly a high lift jack up here. So I'll keep you updated on that too. But hopefully you guys found this informative. If you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so this thing, the metal was $50. The plasma cutter was $150, which is really cheap. If you have a shop and you need a plasma cutter anyways, and you would use one, it's worth getting a plasma cutter just for this project. You could do this with a grinder, but the plasma cutter, as you saw, made it super easy. And I basically paid what I would have paid for one of these that was pre-made, and I have an awesome plasma cutter now. So it's a win-win in doing this yourself. It was a fun project. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully you guys found it informative. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video, which will be coming soon. Cheers, guys.